Welcome to Letter from the Republic of Uncommon Sense, where we inspect the headlines and diagnose the nation with a stethoscope made of logic. Today's letter is not comfortable, but comfort has never built a country. A recent viral video has shaken many Ghanaians. A senior high school student attacked by a mob of colleagues. The footage is disturbing. A student crouches under stones and blows, while a few try to shield him, and the attackers relentless. This is not disturbing only because of the violence. It is disturbing because of what it represents. A slow erosion of restraint, a weakening of authority, a culture where emotion arrives before conscience. And let us be honest. This is not an isolated episode. We have witnessed reported incidents of student-on-student violence, clashes between rival schools, attacks on teachers, and destruction of school property. So, the time has come to move beyond outrage and examine causes. Because if we don't diagnose it properly, we will keep prescribing slogans. Cause number 1, the home environment first. Schools do not float in the air like Wi-Fi. They are extensions of our homes and communities. Yes, positive parenting matters, but boundaries also matter. In some cases, parents are quick to challenge teachers when disciplinary action is taken. Sometimes they undermine school authority without meaning to. When students learn that sanctions can be negotiated externally, discipline loses its teeth. And when discipline loses its teeth, chaos starts smiling. Cause number 2, digital influence. Today's students live in two worlds, the physical world and the online world. And in the online world, confrontation sells, violence trends, insults go viral. Altercations are recorded and shared widely, sometimes even celebrated. Young people still developing emotionally may keep inside aggression as power because the internet applauds it. So yes, digital literacy must become central, not as a club, not as an optional talk during assembly, but as part of formation. Cause number 3, institutional authority and consistent enforcement. Schools rely on codes of conduct, but codes without consistent enforcement are just nicely written prayers. Where discipline appears uncertain, delayed, or overly lenient, authority weakens. Students are perceptive. They can smell inconsistency the way we smell bad tilapia. So the Ghana Education Service, together with school leadership, must review disciplinary frameworks to ensure fairness, clarity, and uniform enforcement. And yes, discipline must be balanced with counseling. You can correct behavior and still rehabilitate the human being. Cause number 4, overcrowding and stress. Overcrowding, pressure, and emotional stress. Free senior high school, expanded access. Yes, a significant national achievement. But increased enrollment also pressures infrastructure, supervision, and student support systems. Overcrowded dormitories, academic stress, and adolescent identity struggles can turn small disagreements into major conflicts. Counseling units, peer mediation programs, and mental health support are no longer optional. They are necessary. Cause number 5, broader societal signals. Students watch the world around them. When public discourse is hostile, when we reward insults with attention And when leadership models confrontation, the classroom mirrors it. A nation cannot practice rage in public and expect calm in its classrooms. Before I continue, if this letter is speaking to your Ghanaian conscience, please follow this channel, share this episode, and drop a comment. What do you think is the biggest driver of school violence in Ghana? The home, the school, or society? Now, back to the letter. Impact and why it matters. School violence is not just a school issue, it is a national future issue because the classroom is where society rehearses its behavior. When violence becomes normalized in school, it produces trauma for victims and witnesses. Mob culture as a social tool, erosion of teacher authority, decline in academic focus, and long-term civic instability. If we normalize violence inside school walls, we will simply export it beyond the gate. What Ghana must decide now? School violence in Ghana forces a hard national question. Are we raising disciplined citizens or graduating emotionally reactive adults? Adolescence is not an excuse for cruelty. It is a stage that demands guidance. Identity, pride, peer approval, insecurity, and frustration collide. Without mentorship, emotional literacy, and boundaries, youthful energy hardens. It organizes, sometimes it gathers into a mob. We must stop treating each viral assault as isolated embarrassment. It is a signal, and signals ignored become culture. If discipline becomes optional in adolescence, enforcement becomes inevitable in adulthood. This is not about harshness, it is about structure. The way forward, so what must be done? Parents must reinforce discipline and respect at home and engage constructively with schools. Schools and the Ghana Education Service must strengthen enforcement and expand counseling and emotional development programs. Law enforcement must act decisively where behavior becomes criminal. And students themselves must embrace peer leadership and reject mob culture. Because a nation's future sits in its classrooms, and if violence becomes normal there, it will become normal everywhere. This moment must not pass as another viral headline. It must be a wake-up call. The school bell must ring for learning, not for chaos. And if you want to think clearly in noisy times, if you want disciplined decision-making in an emotional age, then I recommend my book, The Uncommon Sense Playbook, Thinking Clearly in Noisy Times. Find it on republicofUncommonsense.com/uncommonsense-playbook. That's republicofUncommonsense.com/uncommonsense-playbook. Share this letter, subscribe, and remember, in the Republic of Uncommon Sense, clarity is patriotism. This has been letter from the Republic of Uncommon Sense. Until next time, think better.